All right. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Second podcast that I've done, which was really fun and exciting. If you guys tuned in last time, your host, Danny, the writer of Elephants Graveyard, your favorite blog. I had my two roommates join me, and we discussed media and just things that we were into, media that we consume together, media suggestions, and things of that sort. And this time, for this semester, I have my lovely boyfriend Jack.
Hello.
Hello. And so this is gonna be really fun because I mean one of the things that we just have in common, is just the things that we just like a lot of similar media. Um, and I thought it would be fun to just like take advantage of this opportunity where I get to talk about all the media I like, and I can subject you guys to listening to that and listening to me and my boyfriend talk about our music and all that stuff. All right?
Yeah, hopefully this doesn't go completely off the rails. I've
Yeah.
never done this before.
No.
Maybe I'll try and go off the rails. We'll see.
Oh, okay. All right. So I feel like it's appropriate for us to kind of talk about The Sopranos just because we were just watching it.
Yeah.
So we just finished season 4.
Yeah, where Tony and Carmela get divorced.
Oh, yeah. No. I actually don't know which one is the bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, there.
You got
That's.
it.
I did. That's amazing. Wait. That's not what I want. There's an explosion one.
I believe you.
Wait. No, that's not. That's not. That's not. Okay. I'm not gonna.
You can just do the sound effects like with your mouth.
I.
It's pretty good.
They got divorced. Fuck. Yeah, it was not fun. I'm curious. So for those, this is gonna be for those who have. I guess we should give a little TLDR spoiler alert for people who intend on watching The Sopranos who have not. We have never watched it through before. This is our first time watching it, and we're watching it together. But do you want to give like a synopsis of Sopranos seasons, just very, very like bullet points?
Oh, that's so hard.
Yeah, Italian family, gang boss, mafia, and Tony Soprano is in waste management. Except he's the big dog, right? And everybody owes him money, and he has anger issues, but he's sensitive and has panic attacks, and he has to go to a therapist, and he has to manage his family life alongside his mafia crazy life and his relationship with his abusive mother and things of that sort, right? I feel is that a good?
I think that'll do. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we should have wrote that down.
Well, this is part of the fun of going off the rails.
I did
You have
say
to.
that.
You have to. This is all. This is off the dome. Off the dome.
Yeah.
But no. Carmela is his now ex-wife. They're separated, and he just kind of went at Melfi. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on how? What are your thoughts on like the Melfi and Tony dynamic?
I think that Melfi kind of likes to, or at least tries to position herself as kind of like morally neutral, and like she's helping Tony. I think it's pretty clear that she has some like weird fascination with him though, and that like she should have dropped him as a client like within the first season, because like she's enabling him as a criminal. Like you can see that Tony's work as a mob boss has been improved by therapy. Like, and I think Melfi knows that. So, like she is a complex character.
Do you like Melfi?
I do. Yeah. I don't think she's a bad person. I think it's just like she has a personal like fascination with Tony that goes beyond like helping him with his panic attacks. Like there were several points in the series already, and I'm sure in the season 5 and 6 there will be more. But there are plenty of points where Melfi should have cut him off as a client and
Yeah.
did not.
I think it's a situation of definitely where well, one of the things I really like is like how they're like they are 3D individuals. They are not just like they're complex. Everybody is complex. I love the character writing in The Sopranos. And I do really enjoy seeing her kind of like go in and out of like expressing her like draw towards him. I think that a lot of it is related to how just people inherently like all she's fascinated with Tony's violence and Tony's anger and his like despair in a way, and I think that there's a part of her, the more human part, the less like socially acceptable part, where she sees that and it's like she doesn't want to look away. She sees pieces of herself in that. Not entirely, but I think that there's pieces of that where like especially when she was seeing that guy and he was I think it was the what's it? It was one of their neighbors. It starts with a C.
Cusimano?
Yes, it was Cusimano's.
I don't.
Was she seeing the Cusimanos, or she had a dinner party with the
No, yeah,
Cusimanos?
they were friends.
But they were all talking about him, and she was getting very defensive. There's like you kind of see that like fenciness around her Italian identity, as well as I think she's very protective, and I think she doesn't want to write off his violent behaviors as what they are, just violent behaviors. But I think she also, at the same time, as a professional, knows that it's bad and she should not keep engaging with him because it's unhealthy.
Yeah, she definitely approaches it more like a psychologist doing a case study than a
Yes,
psychiatrist with a patient.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. That is very, very nicely said.
I'm good at this. I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm. Wow, this is great.
I talk into the microphone, and maybe it's good, and maybe it's bad.
Never give a man a podcast microphone.
Oh,
Never.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Well, guess what? Someone's gonna have to bleep that out. Not my problem.
Wait, really? Can I not swear on this?
No, you cannot. It's okay though.
That
It's fine.
sucks.
It's fine. It's all good. Because they have like a censor button, but yeah, I guess that's my problem because that would be my problem if I was a frequent podcaster, but I'm not. So
Gotcha.
either the lovely Ray or the lovely Gavin will edit this. And
I'm
thank you
so
so
sorry.
much. Thank you so much. You guys are angels. I love everybody in eBoard and the podcast section community of radio. It's so amazing. I love interacting with you all. I don't mean to create extra work for you because this is my fault. This is my fault. You have to edit stuff because I gave a man a podcast microphone. Nightmare.
I don't know how you thought this would go well.
No. But in other terms, I'm just trying to think of like some. Well, I kind of want to hear about some like media, like movies that you've consumed recently. Like I know we also kind of just moving on from Sopranos, just kind of like that one bit because I did want to talk about Melfi and our opinions on Melfi since she was a big character in the season finale because Tony Soprano divorced Carmela and that is where he began to go for Melfi and pursuing her and she was obviously refusing. I will say I really liked how she just told him like I would not stay silent.
Yeah, no, I mean, she does have genuine values that she sticks to. It's just that she should have had the, I guess the professional discretion to like recognize that she's doing more damage than good.
Yes. No, I mean, especially because, like, you can see she starts. Well, I think obviously it's important for anybody to go to therapy, even therapists, obviously. But you can see how she gets really fancy when her therapist is telling her, "I think this is unhealthy. I think that your relationship with him is unhealthy, and I think you should be dropping him as a client." And I think when he starts pursuing her, and he says, well, you might want to consider getting the authorities involved, and you know, her just immediately being like, absolutely not. Just like, I understand why, but in the real world, like if this was something, if I was Melfi's therapist and she was telling me all this, I'd be like, gee, girl, Loki, you gotta get out of there. Like, you gotta get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, how many people actually listen to their therapist, though?
Yeah, that is, yeah. I mean, I do agree with her therapist. I do enjoy it, but for the sake of media and entertainment and drama, I love watching her not really listen to him.
Oh, yeah, I like watching that stuff in real life, too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh, it's great. I love drama. I, we talk so much crap.
Yeah, no, it is kind of like the cheapest form of entertainment, but
It is.
I kind of don't really care. I don't do a whole lot of like enriching activity, like mentally enriching. I, I like slop. I like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fun.
No, I think it's, well, you know what? I'm gonna make you watch Jersey Shore with me because I think, you know, I don't want you to act like you're too good for it, but it is just garbage. It's so much drama and it's so stupid. Like, the people in there are so stupid and it's like so bad. It's so good. But no, you are like the number one person I talk about everything with, and I like how we can gossip. The idea that gossip is bad was a way. It is a plot for women to stop sharing information with other women. I think that gossip is wonderful. I love hot goss.
Should we just start airing out people that we know in real life
That
on the
no,
podcast? Don't come on.
no, that would be so bad. No,
It would get you. I bet it would get you listeners.
ah, maybe, but I gotta stick to the theme. I gotta stick to the, I gotta stay neutral.
Listeners of Elephant Graveyard, DM me at jsadjavec on
Oh,
Instagram.
okay.
Let me know if you would like us to
To air out people we know.
people we know
Yeah.
on the podcast. I have a creeping suspicion that the listeners want to know.
They do. They do, but sorry, you guys aren't gonna get what you want. But no, kind of just moving forward though from that Sopranos talk, we watched the movie Weapons a few weeks back when we were moving Jack into his place for the beginning of his semester because he goes to U of I. I obviously go to UIC. And they started their show a lot. Or they started their show. I don't know why I said show. They started their semester earlier than UIC, like well, not really. Actually, no, they started at the same time. He just moved in a week earlier than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I stayed down there for like a week, and one of the things we did was we watched the movie Weapons. What are your thoughts? If you can think about that, even though we watched that like a few weeks ago?
No, I can recall some of my my first impressions of the movie. I think that it was really good, and there were a lot of like fairly simple like writing changes that they could have made that would have made it like a 4.5 5-star movie, and they just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like the movie starts with like just a kid narrating like, oh, like all these kids went missing in my town, here is what happened, here's how it went. It's like I mean, I'm not the first person to like make this rule, but like I definitely believe in like show don't tell.
Yes.
It feels corny, and it's harder to take the movie seriously, and it's
I
just
agree.
it lacks creativity.
Mm-hmm.
If you need someone to just do exposition that you would get in like a book when film is a visual medium.
Yeah.
That's one thing that stuck out to me the most. The other thing is they tried to do like a sort of like Pulp Fiction style, like non-linear timeline, like multiple character stories that all like converge together type thing. And I thought it was sort of neat, but like I think the movie honestly would have been better off if they did not do that because, and I can't even remember her name, but like the teacher who was like sort of the main character, like they didn't give her enough time to really develop, and so um, all of the characters, including her, felt a little more thin than I guess they could have been if it was honestly just a more conventional film structure. Because I think that structure is just hard to pull off.
Yes. No, I'm logging into my letterbox to show. I don't remember what I actually wrote. I don't know if I actually wrote anything, but I don't even remember what I rated it initially.
Yeah, and keeping I'm saying a lot of mean things. I did really like the movie.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think that's inherently mean. I mean, I would say it's a good way to critique, and it's your personal story. So, oh, actually, no, I didn't actually rate weapons on here. The
Come
all of
on,
my
man.
No, all of my recent activity has been I've watched Madagascar 4 times. 5 stars every time. So in my recent activity, it's all Madagascar. All right, but one of the things I have a great appreciation for when I was watching Weapons was the SFX score. That was insane. Like there's a scene where this this like administrative figure in the school, he like turns on his husband and he starts like bashing his head into like his husband's head, and it's like literally like just crushing his skull. Like it was so graphic, so gory, and I feel like in a way it was like kind of like Terrifier gory level. Like that was the talent that was done, right? I don't want to say it was like Terrifier level of gore because Terrifier is Terrifier. That's I have opinions on Terrifier that I will go into. But
Yeah.
no, they did a really good job at realistic gore. And it did feel very like whoa, like I didn't expect that, especially with like how Jack was talking about the introduction. I was like, this is I feel like it's kind of an intro. It was fine. I feel like it definitely like really picked up better, and I do agree with Jack's critiques on the I guess exposition style. But so I kind of was I had more of a like I felt like this movie was a little more juvenile, and then all of a sudden the gore popped out, and I was like, whoa, right? Like I didn't expect just that, right? Um so they did a really good job with that. And I thought that the ending I liked the ending where all the children chased the witch
Yeah.
and they like tore her apart alive. Um they had they did a good job, I feel like, at incorporating some comedy while also still making it scary, because like I don't know about you, I felt disturbed.
Yeah, I think it and there were some jump scare moments, and like those can be effective. More often than not, jump scares feel cheap.
Mhm.
I don't think that's a controversial opinion, but no, there were scenes that weren't conventionally scary in like a horror movie way, but were very um disturbing, like the ones that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's one of the things that the movie did really well.
Yes, yeah. Um, but yeah, I overall I think I would rate it like if I could do like specific, I would say like 4.1, 3.8, 3.9. Like the only reason why it's not higher for me is similar to Jack's critiques, but also while I did like the cinematography, I still feel like there was bits and pieces of it where like it felt like too much like modern age cinema. And I just kind of like I guess I'm picky with like coloring and style choices when there's like shooting, where it's like I prefer a lot more atmospheric stuff, and you know
Yeah, I mean, I guess cinematographically, I don't know if that's a word.
cinematically cinemat
I mean, I'm talking about the cinematography,
the
like specifically though.
yeah,
I don't know.
the
I don't know if that's a word.
visuals, the shooting.
Okay, visually. Yeah, that's a word. Um, it didn't seem like there was a lot of like stylistic choice visually.
Mm-hmm. There was not like a cohesive theme.
Yeah, I guess like like on like the extreme end of things, if you've ever watched like I don't know Suspiria and everything, like
Mm-hmm.
it's very
Love.
it's like colored thematically, and the way it's shot is pretty like good at being like emotionally evocative.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't think Weapons was shot poorly, but I don't think that they did that well or that it was even really like a
I
focus.
think it was a thing of like it just wasn't my cup of tea.
Okay, yeah,
That's what I'm gonna say because I don't want to say that they did a bad job because I don't think that they did a bad job, but it's just would I choose that style? No, I wouldn't.
yeah,
But
they could have done more with that.
I can see people enjoying it. I can see a lot of people enjoying that, like especially with like the big yellow coat that the witch is wearing and stuff like that.
Yeah, no,
Like the
that's true.
eccentricism.
Um, yeah, no. Keep in mind that this is almost a month ago now that I watched this movie, so like I'm sure there's
Mm-hmm.
parts that I'm just totally forgetting about. But
Mm-hmm. What are some movies that you have, I guess, watched recently, or and by recently I mean within like the past 6 months, like some things that you can note down, any kind of media that you haven't watched with me.
that I haven't watched with you. Um, I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of new movies lately.
Really?
No, I've mostly been watching shows.
What
Um,
shows?
just because well, we only watch The Sopranos together. Like when we are together, and because we're like long distance, that's off. Like we get through it pretty slow. I've been watching The Wire, which is another HBO like crime show. With two of my roommates, and I don't know, it's pretty good.
Could you give me a synopsis? I've never watched. I actually don't know what The Wire is about.
Yeah, yeah. So it follows the narratives of um like homicide detectives in the Baltimore Police Department um who are trying to take down like this big like drug dealer. His name's like Avon Barksdale in the west side of Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And then it concurrently follows stories of that gang itself. Um and it does it really well. There are sort of two main characters. There's McNulty, who's the detective, and then D or D'Angelo, who's like he's Avon's nephew. And so he's like kind of the up and comer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's a really good and really realistic depiction of like city life and like city politics and the way that like the police force and bureaucracy operate, and also how like the drug trade and like
Mm-hmm.
gang conflict and poverty works. And most cop shows you watch are kind of terrible. They're just like, oh, these are the good guys. They're gonna save the day. Like screw protocol. Like we're gonna save this kid from a burning building. And um, The Wire is good because it does not do any of that at all. Except like the main character is totally like that. He's like
Mm-hmm.
the renegade like screw chain of command. Like we're gonna take down the bad guy. But overall, like it's a pretty interesting insight into like the flaws of the legal system, because like
Mm-hmm.
um a lot of the ways that the investigation into Avon is like obfuscated is um just like career politics. Like the major wants to end the investigation because one of the guys that the detectives arrested is like works for like a state senator, and it makes the major look bad, and he might get passed for promotions, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really cool. Um, I should check it out. Because I've been meaning to also, because I finished my show, well, the series Sex in the City. I finished everything. I finished all the movies, and I finished all of And Just Like That. It was so awful, and not in like it's so good. It's so bad, but it's so good. Like, and the movies sucked. And Just Like That, just garbage fire, like dumpster fire, like literally so bad.
That's a
I
shame.
Oh my god, I hated it. I hated And Just Like That, and now I'm just kind of like, I feel empty, and I've been needing to find a new show to watch, like, on my own time, because like I tried to watch Pretty Little Liars, can't get into it. Try to watch Vampire Diaries, can't get into it. Try to watch Gossip Girl, can't get into it. I'm just so picky, because I was like wanting something to replace the feeling of Sex in the City. Um and I do kind of feel like Carrie Bradshaw whenever I do write my blogs. I'm like, smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, oh, yeah, my blog, my UIC radio blog, oh, my Substack. But like that's guys, why is she literally me? Have you seen that tweet that was like or no, it wasn't a tweet, but it was a post, like, it was a lesbian posting about Sex in the City, saying like, Big, like the character Big, which is like Carrie's guy.
You've made me watch a few episodes.
Yeah.
I know.
So someone was like, if Big was, I think it was like a stone top or something like that, or like a mask. Like if it was Carrie and it was like a lesbian situationship thing like that, and Big was like a mask lesbian, like, I get it. And I was like, yeah, I get it.
Wow.
Wow.
I've never thought about that.
I've never thought about it that way.
We're really getting knee deep into this analysis here.
Yeah, but no, it was a funny piece of commentary that was said. But no, I mean, I've just been rewatching Chowder over and over and over again, because Family Guy was stripped from my hands. It's so sad. And some of the movies I've watched recently was Madagascar 4 times, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. We watched The Brutalist together. We watched Secretary. We watched Companion. I rewatched Brokeback Mountain. I watched Mickey 17 with my roommates. Or actually, was it us that watched Mickey 17, or did I watch it with my roommates?
No, yeah, you watched it with me and Lily.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, we did watch. Okay, yeah, Mickey 17. I rewatched Superbad. I watched Hoodwinked for the first time. Did I? No, it's a lot funnier than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be kind of like dry. To be fair, we had a few drinks, and so it was a lot funnier. And also, just, I feel like there's something about whenever I'm around June, everything is like 10 times funnier. She has like such like a pure laughter to everything, and it's like stuff that I probably wouldn't laugh at by myself. Like, hearing her find joy out of it makes it funny to me.
Yeah, no, I think to be fully impartial, you need to just get like a padded white room, like the kind they have in like insane asylums, and you just only have like a TV in there.
I don't. Hoodwinked was okay. I don't know how to feel about it. I'd get me out of this room.
Well, I mean, you like your environment influences how you view media, right? Like,
Yeah.
including the people you're around. You have to have nothing around.
Yeah.
Because then it's just the movie.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, one of the movies that I watched completely by myself was Longlegs. I watched that on the Amtrak on the way to seeing you.
Yeah.
That was so good. I loved Longlegs. Please watch Longlegs. Please watch Longlegs. I'm running low on time. I just saw we're at 29 minutes and 13 seconds. So we got to start wrapping it up.
Well, what happens if we go over?
Well, I don't know, but that's my time slot because I'm a blogger. I'm not cool. I don't get an hour like regular podcasters because they're cooler than me.
You gotta dip your toes into that.
Well, you know what I'm dipping my toes into? June, and Abby all applied for a DJ position.
You're gonna be a DJ?
Well, yeah, because then you can talk and then you can play music and stuff. It's really fun. So I think having a show would be fun. But anyways, gonna wrap that up. Me and my boyfriend watch a lot of media. We're we love hot goss. We love gossiping about media and everything. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. You guys are great. If you actively read my blogs, you're an angel. Thank you so much. I always love the support. And thank you so much for tuning in and listening to all of this. I'm super excited to see what I have coming out for next semester, and we'll see what special guests I have. Maybe I might just have it just me, but maybe I'll have a special
Ooh.
guest. We'll see. I think it would be fun to have more guests, like different guests, like switching it up every time.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, so thank you so much, and I think we're gonna say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.